Peace. What's good, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's discuss Impact Wrestling for May the 19th, 2022. I'm still a tad bit under the weather. I should be feeling better sometime next week, but it is what it is. But Impact this week, in my opinion, was at best okay. It could have been better. This wasn't even really a newsworthy episode at all. It was just stuff thrown together, and it wasn't really that much to discuss and talk about. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So we kicked the show off with a match between Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey. It was a qualifying match for a shot at the X Division Championship. Ultimate X qualifier. So, I like Mike Bailey to an extent, but he needs a character. Same thing with Laredo Kid. And shit like this pisses me off because it's like they're just there just to be there. Laredo Kid has just been a jobber for a minute. He's not really doing anything. This was an okay match. In the end, Bailey wins via fucking roll-up. Never fails. We see these like at least 5 or 6 times a week. It happens once in AEW. It happens in Impact. It happens in Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So, it happens like crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. Makes no sense. But Bailey wins here clean. Then we get a really good promo by Ace Austin. And he addresses Bailey and Kenny King. And he basically says, look, I'm going to win. I'm going to show you guys why I'm a champion. Then we got a backstage, my bad, we got a vignette by Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green. They both cut really good promos. Talking about Rich Swann, and then Chelsea was talking about winning the Queen of the Mountain. And so that was that. And then they both kissed, which was kind of fucking cool. Moving on. Then we had a 6-person tag for the women involving Tasha Steelz, Savannah Evans, and Deonna Purrazzo versus Taya Valkyrie, Mia Yim, and Jordan Grace. Mia Yim wins via the Eat Defeat, so she paid homage to Gail Kim, and she pinned Evans here, so which is fine. So I'm glad that Deonna didn't eat the pin, and I'm glad that Tasha didn't eat the pin. So that does make sense. So she was there to take the fall, that being Savannah Evans. I like this. Really good shit here. I'm kind of excited for the match, Moving on, we had Locker Room Talk featuring The Influence, and they talked about their victory over Giselle Shaw and Alicia, and then they were interrupted by Ziggy Dice and Johnny Swinger, and Ziggy Dice is called DD, and then they're interrupted by Havoc and Rosemary. Rosemary smacks I believe it was Ziggy Dice. She smacks him. No, she shoves him, that being Havoc. And, they're doing their hocus pocus nonsense bullshit, that being Decay. So they're going to face The Influence. because they had no other legit teams. And see, that's what's crazy about it. I feel like they don't need to have championships. I mean, tag team championships if you don't have enough in the division. With the inspiration being gone, I don't know what they're going to do. Rosemary and Havoc, Decay, they're a makeshift tag team anyway. I'm not really digging this at all. It's a waste of everyone's time, in my opinion. It was an okay segment, but it just, could have been better, I feel like. Moving on, Chris Sabin, he got the promo, and he's talking about the Battle of the Futures, and he made an upper challenge to face Frankie Kazarian next week. So I'm fine with that, old school TNA stuff, but, with Kazarian being in AEW, it's fine. They're not really doing nothing with him there anyway, so he probably can, do a few matches in Impact, and then, I think he's a backstage producer behind the scenes, I believe, in AEW. I don't know. Don't quote me on that shit, but, moving on, we then get a really good vignette from Eric Young, and so they ran down his all his accolades from Team Canada, with him, doing the Bryan gimmick, and then he also talked about Vince McMahon in his promo, which is really, really fucking cool as well. And then they mentioned him, like how Eric is now, so I did like that. So that's pretty cool. We got a really cool backstory, so I really dug that. And then we got Gia Miller. She interviewed Josh Alexander, saying that Josh Alexander is going to usher in the next 20 years. I doubt that. I don't even know why he even said that line. But it is what it is. Josh had, intensity like he always does. Cuts really good promos. Moving on is the OGK, Honor No More, aka Honor No More. That being Matt Taven and Mike Bennett with Maria Kanellis versus the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers, they win here. Carl wins via the Stun Gun. And then Bennett spears Kanellis. So he spears his wife. So that was pretty cool. So, yeah. Moving on. We then had a Sami Callihan vignette, and he vowed to make Moose's life a living hell. Then we had Masha Slamovich taking on Shauna Reed. Slamovich wins with the snowplow, aka the RMD. And post-match, Havoc comes down, and the two stare each other down. So Masha basically wants more competition. She'll easily destroy Havoc. I mean, what I mean by easily, I don't mean like a 5-minute squash match. I'd have it go at least a good, like, at best 10 minutes. But let Masha get most of the offense in, because they need to build up Masha. I think that Masha would be great. I'm really digging Masha. I love her work. I love how what they're doing with her, because Rosemary and Havoc are just kind of boring. They've been there for a minute now. I think that Havoc, I think she's been with the company, I want to say, since 2018, so about 4 years, I want to say. I think Havoc came in 2018, I think. I could be wrong. I want to say 2017 she came in. Either way, she's been there about a good 4 to 5 years now. So, she's kind of gotten boring, And it's the same thing with Rosemary as well. It's the same thing. It's like, they've not done anything. They've not reinvented themselves. From Rosemary, Havoc, Sami Callihan, like, that's why they're all in Impact. And I'm not shitting on Impact. I'm just being real. It's like, it is what it is. But I mean, at some point, you want to go other places and not just Impact. Just like I don't think that Mia Yim's gonna be an Impact long. I see her staying in Impact for about maybe a good 8 months to a year, and then going off to AEW more than likely. Um, on to the main event. I'm sorry for getting sidetracked. Apologize for that. We had a really good match, that being Violent by Design versus the Briscoes for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. The Briscoes retained via a roll up, which I hate, but it is what it is. We saw two in one night. Who cares? You know, it's fine. It's the Briscoes. Um, in the end, Violent by Design attempted to take out the Briscoes, but Josh Alexander's music hits. He makes the save. The faces clear house, and so Josh Alexander and the Briscoes, they celebrate and they hold their titles up high, and we go off the air. So yeah, there was that. So it was an okay little episode. You know, all roads lead to Slammiversary. I'm sort of kind of excited to see what they do at Slammiversary. You know, the build, they've got to get a little bit better. They need more stories than more matches. And they need their matches to tell a story. And so just putting on just matches just to put on matches. But on that note, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Tune in.